Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Let's Delve. Today we're working on a little festive project just in time for Thanksgiving. Well, American Thanksgiving. That's right, today we'll start on the first half of an arcade action game featuring a turkey and some stuffing. We'll build out the basics and prep for the second half where we'll introduce the game bits. And if you're wondering why I'm being so dodgy with the details, well, trust me, it's better this way. So first up, I wanted to get the camera working properly because I knew screen shake would be an important part of this project. So I went with the same setup from the companion prototype, though it took me a bit to remember that the camera is a bit finicky when it comes to variables. Now this project was actually born from my time working on the companion prototype, and so you're gonna notice some similarities, such as the turkey not being controlled by the player. Yes, that bald, headless flesh blob is the turkey. It only gets weirder from here, folks. Anyway, much like the dog from the companion prototype, the turkey is constantly choosing random coordinates to run to every 2 to 3 seconds. Initially, I used motion set to have this turkey walk about, but after mulling it over a bit, I switched to the MP potential step for a more organic feeling. I then added some visual details such as walking direction and stopping the walk animation when the turkey reaches its destination. Next, it was time to start work on the enemies. Mutated stuffing. Told you it was gonna get weirder. These are the larger variation of the mutated stuffing, and their only real attack is to plod over to the turkey hoping to, stuff the turkey. Because they're stuffing, and you stuff turkeys with stuffing. So yeah, I set up a spawner to have these big breaded dangers dropping into the level every second. And much like the turkey, I changed the motion set to MP potential step. This time less for the organic feel and more to make sure that the enemies couldn't stack on top of one another. This is actually going to play a part in the gameplay when we get to it. So for those of you keeping track, we've got a headless naked turkey running around at random and a horde of stuffing waiting to get all up in that turkey. And surprisingly, we're not even halfway done yet. Next, it was time to work on the smaller variant of the stuffing. These guys will not only spawn in at random as well, but will also eventually break off the larger variants. And much like the large variants, for now all they do is simply move towards the player. However, they do have the extra addition of rolling, and which way they roll is entirely dependent on the angle they're moving. And with all that done, it was now time to start working towards making this an actual game. I set up a cursor object and tied it to the mouse, and as I said earlier, I'd forgotten just how finicky the camera code could be, so most of this time was unfortunately spent getting the screen shake to work. But eventually I was able to get it working and had the left click spam the screen shake script for the time being. Trust me, it's gonna do more in the future. And the final thing to do this session to get us ready for the insanity next time was to draw a line from the turkey to the cursor. Again, this is going to be important, but for now that's all we needed. And as a final bit, which I'll tweak next time, is I added the ability to redirect the turkey with the cursor by hovering over it. This would allow the player to intervene and possibly maneuver the turkey away from the horde. And that'll actually do it for the first half of our Thanksgiving-inspired project. Next episode will likely be released after Thanksgiving, but given how weird we're gonna get, that might be something to be thankful for. Get it? Being thankful. Thanksgiving. Yeah, okay, well, with that comes the end of this episode of Let's Dev. So remember that if you like this video or enjoy Let's Dev in general, be sure to hit that like button. If you aren't already subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button and be sure to turn on notifications so you never miss a new episode. And as always, be sure to leave your thoughts on our progress in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.